a reaction on this channel. I'm trying to see what's going on. Let's see. Where's old school? Something. I think this old school works fine. Okay, let me put down this here. Anyway, so from the title, some of you know the person we are about to analyze, dissect. It's been a while since we did a reaction on the channel. I'm always fixing my hair on camera. Anyways, we're keeping it real, okay? So sometimes this is how it is. Okay, so I think I love this old school one. This one or this one? Let's work with this one. I think it's nice. But then he gave the kind of square. But anyways, let's double check our sound, making sure that it is okay. Share the stream, and then we can dive right into our analysis for today. Great. So this is fantastic. This being said, let me quickly share the stream, and then we're going to get right in, just inviting more people to come in, and that's right, that's it. Okay, so hello, trending news lovers. Welcome back to the channel. I remain your girl, Octavia Cora. Whew, summer season here is always hot as hell. So yeah, you see me fanning myself while we're doing this. Anyways, that being said, I said it's been a while we did a reaction, so join me, let us dissect and analyze this. We're going to be talking about a YouTuber named Uche Nwenzi. I hope I pronounced your name right. Hello, Uche Nwenzi. She's a YouTuber that I've been following for a very long time. She did a very interesting video that I really wanted to react to. I just don't react to content just like that, but this is one that I like. Sorry guys, I have my little one here and she's going to be distracting me as we're doing this. She just brought this for me to put on her hair. Yangana Muna. It's beautiful. Oh my God. Okay, so pardon me for all of that. We're going to go to Uche Nwenzi's page. We're going to pull up the video that she did. We're going to play, pause, and talk about what she was talking about. So right about now, we're going to quickly go to Uche's channel, pull up the video, and we're going to react to it. Okay, so where is, okay, hold on, I'll type in her name and get to her channel. Like I said, I've been following Uche Nwenzi for a very long time. Subscribe to her channel, follow her on the platform. So yes, now I'm going to play it, and it's beautiful. Look, this one is beautiful. You don't have to wear a second shirt. So she titled her video, sorry for the distraction, she titled her video, Crowdfunding, Gofundme for my IVF procedure. My subscribers supported me. So that's what she titled this particular video. So we're going to play it and we're going to analyze it together.
I announced to you guys that I want to set up a crowdfunding.
Kind of very bright.
My IVF. What will you all say? What will go through your mind, and how are you going to take this news? I need you all to watch this video to the end, and leave all your thoughts in the comment section of this video. If you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Uche Nwenzi. Yes, I've been trying to conceive, battling with secondary infertility, and trusting God for a miracle. Yeah, so don't forget to subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and leave all your thoughts in the comment section of this video. So a few days ago, a Nigerian guy, his name is Solomon Buchi. I'm going to use his case as...
Okay, so she's using Solomon Buchi as a case study for what she wants to talk about. And before we dive right into the whole stuff, I will start by saying shout out to you, Uche Nwenzi, because not every lady that struggles with fertility issues can come out boldly, even if they are content creators. Not all of them will want to talk about it because a lot of people see it as very sensitive stuff. I know your friend did talk about hers also openly, which is Lily Pope's TV. And she also carried her subscribers along when she went through the process, and she just had her beautiful twins, right? Recently, very nice. Wow. So she just had her kids, very nice. I just digressed a bit, but yeah, very few Africans would want to talk about stuff like this. So I give it to you. Kudos to you. Shout out to you. Thumbs up. But then, on the other hand, using Solomon Buchi as a key study, I think it's like, because that guy is kind of been all over the places recently, and I do kind of understand, and I also do disagree with you on some points you made, but when we get there, I'm going to point them out. But that being said, we're going to continue playing the video. Like I said, you cannot just run someone's content straight, so I will play, pause, and I will talk about it, okay? I will play, pause, and stop to talk about it. It's a reaction. We're reacting to her.
Case study to the title of this video. So just sit back and enjoy this video to the end. It's going to be a very short and straight to the point video, okay? Yeah, so his name is Solomon Buchi. He's an activist, he's a writer, he's a young Nigerian-based life coach, public speaker, writer, gender equality activist, and he just newly got engaged. He has been trending, like not trending, it's so controversial, and he started trending few months ago. What he treated he engaged his girlfriend, long-time girlfriend, and he said he wasn't the most beautiful, and a lot of stories, which that is not the essence of this video today. So Buchi decided to raise a crowdfunding for his friend is based in UK.
Okay, so let's pause this video right here and let's quickly talk about, since she's using the Buchi guy as a key study for her video. So let's pause and talk about Buchi. Like you said, Uche, you said he's a motivational speaker, activist, and all of this, or whatnot. Okay, he engaged his girlfriend, longtime girlfriend, not too long ago, which is a beautiful thing. And I think a whole lot of people stopped and congratulated them, the both of them. But then he did that other tweet where he was trying to be the wise man. That's one thing with people that feel like they're very smart. You know, some people make this mistake that they feel like, I'm so knowledgeable, I'm so intelligent, I'm so smart, and they talk and talk and talk and talk, and they over-talk. And when you talk too much, at a point you will start talking nonsense. And this happens with a whole lot of them, okay? The likes of Reno Omokri. Reno Omokri makes sense also a whole lot of time, but sometimes he talks nonsense. Daddy Freeze also. We can just point them out, keep naming them, a whole lot of them. When you overtalk, when you talk too much, you start, a lot of the things you're saying don't make sense anymore, okay? So that's where people started coming from Solomon Buchi, where you're like, okay, he tweeted, yeah. You want to write about it, the girl you engaged, the woman you're going to get married to. There are so many words and so many other ways you could have worded that tweet. But Solomon Buchi decided to pick on the fact that the lady is not beautiful. She's not the most beautiful. That's how he worded it. And the lady herself spoke out, and she didn't see anything wrong in it. And for me, it's that's not even my deal. Like, I didn't even respond to that. I didn't do a video about it. I didn't want to talk about it because immediately I saw it, I was like, yeah, bam. All these people that think that they know too much. All the time they are tweeting about one thing or the other. He also talked about how men should not marry broke ladies, and I think things like that. And then someone actually called him out with tweets and evidence. So sometimes when people feel like I'm a motivational speaker, I know everything. Same thing with the Belson CEO also. She talks and talks and talks, and lots of the time she's not making sense. When people keep talking and talking and talking and talking, you start hearing things that are not reasonable, things that you're like, where are you coming from with this point? So I don't think Solomon Buchi is bold enough. So when he got those shots, it was obvious that, okay, I can handle this. He deactivated his stuff. So Uche, I don't think you should look up to him as someone that you want to draw strength from. If you're looking for someone to draw strength from, then look for likes like Tonto Dike, that all the hits and everything. I'm just giving you an example instead of, in order to draw strength, because in whatever happened, Tonto Dike still stood strong, fought her ex, fought this present ex-boyfriend and everything, and she still stayed online. She didn't deactivate her account for any reason. So, but this one that got a little bit of hit and deactivated his account shouldn't be someone that you should look up to and feel like, wow, if this could happen to Solomon Buchi, then if I dare to create a GoFundMe or a crowdfunding for my IVF process, the bashing that is going to come, the reaction videos that is going to come from fellow content creators is going to be massive. I don't think you should look up to someone like Solomon Buchi for that aspect. For other things, you can look up to him, but for that, no.
So it's raising a crowdfunding for their wedding, for the flight ticket of our babe to come down to Nigeria, and every other stuff, like raising a crowdfunding basically for his wedding. I'm not really against crowdfunding. I'm not against crowdfunding at all, because Americans do that, raise crowdfunding for basically everything, to buy a new iPhone 14, for baby shower.
Okay, so at this point, Uche Wenzi is talking about the Buchi. I don't know if it's Buchi's wedding or Buchi's friend's wedding, or who is getting married, that the person is not financially buoyant, but they're trying to raise a crowdfunding, a GoFundMe for the person's wedding, trying to buy a ticket to get the wife to come to Nigeria, and so on and so forth. I kind of have mixed feelings about this. I feel like as a man and a woman, because me personally, I don't subscribe to this thing that people say, okay, when you're getting married, let all the money come out from the man's pocket. I don't really subscribe to that. I feel like as the lady, if there's something you want to do, and in order to support your wedding, and if both of you like big weddings and all of that, not everybody do, I don't. Not everybody likes big, massive, loud wedding, inviting the whole world and all of that, no. So if you can keep it small, it's even cheaper. But if both of you love it big, then you as a lady support where you can support. But as an African, I'm assuming these are Africans, because Solomon Buchi, like Uche said, is a Nigerian, and his friend, I'm guessing, is also a Nigerian, and all the people involved in this whatever. Anyway, other people but I'm just saying that this is an African thing, right? They're trying to do this GoFundMe for an African person that's trying to get married, my point. Okay, so I feel like you should have planned yourself. Both of you should plan, at least be able to buy your ticket, buy her ticket. Which one is you want to go? And another thing I want to quickly touch on is the fact that Uche Wensi says she's not really against GoFundMe. I don't think anybody is, but I think GoFundMe and crowdfunding are for specific things, but it became so popular and people started abusing the whole stuff. I'm getting notification. Let me silent my phone. Okay, so people started abusing the thing, using it for nonsense. So it doesn't necessarily make sense that you want to get married and you're just going to do crowdfunding. If you don't have so much, then do something small. And when I said a woman can also support her, you want to support the guy whichever way. If it's to buy, for example, the flight ticket to get to Nigeria, she could pay for that if she has the money, okay? But as far as the traditional, your bride price and all those other traditional things, let those money come out from his pocket. But the small and little things that you can do, like if your friends are coming, you want to lodge them, you want to buy, you can handle that as the lady, okay? Just to support the man you want to get married to if he's not financially buoyant. I don't think anything is wrong with that. But if you know that you're not financially buoyant, I don't understand why you want to go for a big, massive wedding that is going to result in you creating a GoFundMe or a crowdfundme to get people to donate towards your wedding. What happens after your wedding, okay? What happens after your wedding? Are you going to keep doing GoFundMe all the time to keep your marriage going? When you start having kids, you're going to create another GoFundMe so you can send the kids to school. It just doesn't make sense. Quote your quote according to your size. And talking about the Americans, they are the ones that they actually abuse this thing, okay? So don't even use them as an example. Uche, that's one thing I want you to know. Don't use them as an example. And there's a comment someone dropped by the name Oyoyo's World, I think. Oyoyo's World or Oyoyo Doki's Kitchen, because she has 2 channels. So I'm not sure which of her channels she used, but I saw the comment, and I really, really love the way she explained it in Uche Wezi's comment section, but we will finish the video and we will get to that. But yeah, using the Americans as an example, and because they are doing something doesn't mean that it has to be right, because the Americans are always all over the place with whatever,
Right, for school fees, for buying an apartment, renting an apartment, a lot of things, not even pressing need that you can just really do for yourself, but they basically raise crowdfunding for a lot of things. But this is Nigeria, right? Why? This is Nigeria, right? So, however, I'm just concerned because he's not financially able enough to sort out his wedding plans and all those good stuffs about their wedding. But let me digress a little bit in this video. Everyone is basically talking about Buchi crowdfunding. I don't want to dwell so much in this Buchi's case. I just want to use the crowdfunding case study, and we digress and we finish up this conversation in the comment section. So everybody was talking about it. So I was now asking myself, what about people that set up committee of friends for their wedding that have a threshold for a particular amount? Each committee have to pay 100,000, 500,000 as the case, depending on the pocket size of your committee members, right? Even the ones that had up exorbitant amount of money in their ashebis. Normally, if you go to the market, maybe the lace or the fabric or whatever you're using for your
Okay, now we're going to pause once more and we're going to talk about this. Okay, so now Uche Wenz is saying that she saw a whole lot of people dwelling on this Buchi's crowdfunding for the wedding stuff, and she doesn't really want to dwell so much on it because she doesn't see anything with it. And what if people are dwelling so much on it? What about people that are, you know, having committee of friends and asking them to donate 500,000, 100,000, and all of that? Uche, it is not the same. A crowdfunding and a committee of friends and all of that, and a Shebi gang is different. I'll tell you why. If you're someone that you're given, you have a lot of friends and you're always giving. This one is getting married. This one, someone from the person's family passed on. You people are contributing money for the person to go for burial, you know, go do funeral stuffs. Something is happening to this person put to bed. You're buying gifts. You're doing stuffs. Then when you are getting married, those friends will come together and will not feel, those friends will come together and they will not feel any type of way trying to help you, you know. Those friends will come together. Sorry guys, my little one, I don't know, she's dressing up like she brought her boots. She wants to wear them, so I'm going to try to put it, just anything that will make her, it's this leg, she wore her boots wrongly. Anything that will make her quiet so we can finish our analysis. Anyway, so Uche, like what I'm saying, it's not the same, okay? If you look at it, you see that it's not the same because some people are really given, and once their friends hear that they are getting married, they are very quick to come together and say, let us contribute money for this person because this person is always giving. You know, this person is always contributing when somebody, and some people keep lists, okay? Some people like write down, if you are their friends and they know that you're always giving, they always write, you know, so they have lists of people you have done stuff for. They know, and these people, they know themselves, you know, they know themselves. So they kind of come together as your friends and they want to contribute money to support you because they know that you have been supporting. And in terms of the Ashebi girls too, the same thing comes to play. Although some persons are being selfish with that, which mostly it's about people that used to do, you know, if you're someone that your friends are getting married, your friend is getting married, you don't even waste time, you're paying for Ashebi. It doesn't matter how much that friend of yours says the Ashebi cost, you will pay. When it gets to your turn, even people that don't want to do it, because you did it for them, they will want to do it. But although some people are taking advantage of that, like, okay, this is an avenue for me to start making money. That is their own thing. Okay, it's not something that you're going to say it's the same. It's not the same. It's not comparable, actually, in my own opinion. Okay? So let's keep listening.
Ashebi is like, let's say 20,000, and you see some girls, some ladies that are about to get married selling their Ashebi for us like 100% for about 60, 70, 80,000, as the case may I'm not totally against crowdfunding. I'm not totally against it. But I feel like a lot of people, have really bashed the guy. The guy had to deactivate his account on social media. I want you all to leave in the comment section. What do you think about crowdfunding? And you come up, a lot of people who have needs and they see that, oh, I have this small space on social media. I really want help in this aspect of my life, which I can't get now. Is it wrong for people to ask for crowdfunding? I remember back in a few years ago, a YouTuber once set up a Gofundme for deliveries and stuff like that. A whole lot of people were against it. A lot of YouTubers, fellow content creators were bashing it, made a live stream, talked about this, and so many stories behind conspiracies, so many stories are behind the crowdfunding. I don't see anything wrong if Americans can set up GoFundMe for buying phones. Content creators, they just have this little amount of subscriber followership on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, or whatever social media they have influence on. They set up this thing and they don't complain, because I've seen a lot. Most times I see some GoFundMe and I'm just some crowdfunding that GoFundMe, however you want to put it. I'll start.
Okay, so let's take a pause here and let's talk. Sorry, have to move around and all of that. Okay, let me see if I can pin this back up. All right, so Uche Wezi said a lot here, and she said if the Americans can, okay, she said people should leave in the comment section what they think about GoFundMe and crowdfundme. Uche, there's nothing wrong with GoFundMe. There's nothing wrong with GoFundMe. And there's nothing wrong with crowdfunding also. Okay, I believe the people that created this stuff had good intentions, but people are abusing it. And you have to acknowledge the fact that people are abusing it. And you using the Americans as an example, they are even the ones abusing it. Like you said, people are asking for GoFundMe to buy the latest iPhone, and that's nonsense. Okay, if you have big eyes and you feel like you want to go for the most expensive phones and the most expensive gadgets out there, then you should work hard and purchase this stuff yourself, other than going for GoFundMe. GoFundMe are for serious things, okay? Like people in need, you know, people going through a difficult moment. I don't know what's going on now. This mic, I want it to be properly fixed so you can pick the audio properly. GoFundMe are for serious matters, okay? They're for serious stuff. Okay, let's say someone is ill, had an accident, no insurance, nothing, and this person is trying to see how, how can I get someone to, get into this, as in help me. Sorry, I'm distracted because my little one is just everywhere here. Kind of thinking, okay, can people help me for this? I need to do this. I have health issues, but I don't have enough money to pay for it. I don't have insurance, nothing more. My insurance doesn't cover this. So whatever the reason might be, okay? Or my house caught fire and everything in it got burnt just like that. And people like, okay, this person is, okay, let's help this person. GoFundMe or crowdfunding, okay, comes in and it works well. You understand? But now people are starting to use it for things that are not necessary. So something that was created for good reason, people started abusing it. So you cannot even say if the Americans are doing it. It doesn't make it right, okay? Because if you see the Americans putting their hand in fire, you're also going to put your hand in fire just because the Americans did. First of all, they're not people that you want to use as an example. They're not good examples, okay? I'm just being straightforward with you here. They are not good example for you to use as anything, okay? There are some other things you might say, okay, America, they say it's a land of opportunity, blah, 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 but there's still a huge opportunity that you step out of your house, you're not coming back, okay? People moving into schools and shooting and killing people for no reason. There's just so much. They're doing too much. So they're not even people that you're going to look up to and say, if they are doing something, that means other people can do it. No, because a whole lot of them, they are not thinking straight. A whole lot of drug intake and all of that. So they're just acting like cuckoos. So they are not people that you want to use as an example for anything.
I feel say, oh my goodness, I can't even do this. Okay, back to my story. A few months ago, I was on live stream, and my family members, you guys, were like, I should set up GoFundMe for IVF. I was like, oh my. Oh my goodness, you guys want me to deactivate my... Yes, I know for now, the money we have is not basically for IVF, even though doing the IVF is so important, much more important than what we have in mind, the project we have at hand, and every other thing we have as family going on. At the same time, yeah, IVF is expensive. I can't afford it as we speak right now. But I can set up a GoFundMe. The only reason I can set up a GoFundMe is because of YouTube. It's because of Saga. Yes, I'll say the truth. It's because of Saga. It's because I might just deactivate my social media account. Solomon Bucci is a very outspoken guy.
Anyway, let's pause here. Did you all hear her? Uche Wenzi said, she was on a live stream and she was asked, I believe you heard it, she was on a live stream, she was asked to set up a GoFundMe because she's been talking about these infertility issues that she's been struggling and believing that God will do it for her someday and so on and so forth. And people suggested that she should create a GoFundMe. Now I will tell you, Uche, a GoFundMe for an IVF is a good cause. Like I said, people that have health issues, people that something bad, just like fire or water, flood, took everything, properties they had. GoFundMe, that's the reason why I believe that the people that started this GoFundMe stuff had in mind, like to help people that are in need. And you can see that this need is something that is necessary, not an iPhone. Okay, because you can buy a Nokia Touchlight, which is way cheaper, and you could still receive phone calls and text messages from your family, friends, and loved one. You don't have to buy an iPhone if you're not ready to go out there and work many hours or work extra hours to earn the money in order to buy that iPhone that you see people using. Because those people using, those that didn't steal it, those that didn't steal it, they worked hard for their money. They earned that money and they walked into Apple store and they purchased the phone or the tablet or the laptop or any of the Apple gadget that they chose, they've been looking for or they've liked for a long period of time. They've worked for it. Okay? And some people have been working for many years. Now they've earned so much money in their bank account that they can just earn. As the new iPhone comes out, they can get it. They have worked for it. Or they've done something that have given them that money that they can purchase it. So you just don't wake up from anywhere and say, okay, because I have a YouTube channel, because I'm an influencer, because I'm this and that, so I deserve this. No, you don't. If you don't have the money, you don't. Okay? You cannot tell people, fund me to go on a trip to Europe, or fund me to go on a trip to the US, or fund me to go on a trip to Australia. You get? Or fund me to go on a trip to Canada. If you can't afford it, sit in your home. Work hard until you can afford it. Mommy's talking. Work hard until you can afford it. But you talking about IVF, that is a good cause, my friend. That is a good cause. And there are people that would genuinely donate because they can feel your pain. There are people that are women, they are mothers, and they understand what you're going through. They will willingly donate. Then nobody is being forced to pay money into a crowdfunding or a GoFundMe account. Do it if you want to. And yes, there will also be people that don't really like you that would do it because they want to mock you. But that should not be what you are looking for. And also you said, and I love the fact, kudos to you, Uche Wenzi, kudos to you, kudos. I love the fact that you were so truthful in this video saying that the only thing that is stopping you from starting a crowdfunding or a GoFundMe is because of the fellow content creators, how people will set up their ring light and start talking, how people will make a video out of this, how people might want to mock you. But really, babes, if you're wanting to do this, go ahead and do it. Always remember that in this life, there is nothing you do that people are not going to talk about it. There is nothing you're going to do that people are not going to criticize, even if it is a good thing. It only takes but a sensible person to understand and say, this is not where I want to go. But if someone feels like they can go so low to shoot their shot at someone that is doing a Gofundme or a crowdfunding for IVF or for other health issues that has been confirmed by doctors, it's not as if someone is faking it, because some people also fake their health and they raise just to raise the money for something else. But if you're doing it for this reason, go for it. Because people will always talk. And like you said, it's not that you don't have money, but you have other stuffs that you need to do. You have other projects at hand and so on and so forth. But IVF is expensive. It is expensive. Not everybody can dip their hand in their bank account and go for IVF without it affecting the money that's been saved for the kids' schooling. At this point, you have a son. And other stuff, like maybe you people are building, or I don't know, whatever project that you and your husband have at hands, and other people that might be looking up to you people for feeding and all of that. We know how it is with our culture and tradition. So Uche, if you want to do this, go ahead and do it, because people will always drag you. And when I mean you, I mean everybody. People will always drag people for even the slightest thing, even for something they didn't do. Okay? So if anybody is going low to drag you because you're doing an IVF fund for IVF, that's the person's business. It just shows how nasty that person is. It just shows how low that person can go. So don't look forward. Mommy's talking. Mommy's talking. Thank you. So it just goes to show what kind of person and what kind of mindset that person have, or those persons, and that shouldn't be your problem. An evil person will always be an evil person. A person filled with negative thoughts and everything following the person in negativity will always be a negative person. You cannot change that. And you cannot stop people from thinking the way they want to think. So if you are holding on to, because content creators will say this, and content creators they are going to put up their ring light and film a video. Have they not been filming videos about you? That's my questions. Have they not? Are there no reactions on YouTube that your name is in it? Ask yourself that question. So what more? What's the worst thing that can happen? Someone laugh? You might laugh at someone today because you were able to have your own kids naturally. But you don't know, okay? There's something called karma. So you cannot mock someone that is trying to go for IVF, but the person does not have enough funds and the person needs help, okay? So don't even think twice about it. If you are ready, you want to do it, you speak to your husband, he agrees with it, set it up. Let the good people that loves you, that truly loves you and wants you to carry your second baby, let them donate. And if any hater donates, that money will work, their money that they donate will work against them. Because if you're donating because you want to use it to mock the person later, it will work against you. Okay? But those people giving with a clean heart, that money they donate to you will bring more blessings to them and their family. So don't worry about it. If you want to, go ahead and set it up. So let's keep listening.
Like, you can't catch this girl fresh on social media. Like, you can't catch him not replying tweets, not replying.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know you all saw that my daughter knocked down everything. She knocked down everything. Sorry. That's what it is when you have kids. Okay, so after that, what Uchewezi said was she was talking about I'll just leave this and just hold it while I talk. So Uchewezi talked about how Solomon Buchi was attacked, and she cannot even imagine that Solomon Buchi is a bold person that is always out there responding to tweets, even if people are disagreeing with him or whatnot. He's always there replying tweets and super active on social media. But when this happened and people started coming for him, he went and deactivated his stuff. Like I said, Uche Wenzi, do not look at what happened to likes of Solomon Buchi and any other person that is a motivational speaker or activist or whatnot. Sometimes, and I'm not saying that all activists or motivational speakers, but I'm saying some people that thinks that they are extremely smart. They've been to school, they've read, they have the PhD, BHead, everything, all the degrees in this world that you can get. They've gotten all of them. And they feel like they are so wise, they are so knowledgeable about stuff. They start talking and talking and talking in order to teach and teach. And they start talking and they talk too much. They don't know when to stop. And then it gets to a level where they're no longer making sense. What they are saying is not realistic, right? So I think that's what happened to Solomon Buchi. So Solomon Buchi's case and your case is a total different case, okay? Solomon Buchi had done a whole lot of tweets from the whole stuff that was going. He's not someone I follow online, so I don't know so much about his tweets. But it seemed like he has been out there, like you said, he's super active online, doing his coaching job and trying to teach people and all of that. But Solomon Buchi have said some things that people were like looking at him with side eyes. And now when this happened, people were like, oh, Oga, you know how to run your mouth. Now you cannot even sponsor your wedding without getting someone to support you. And you don't even have friends. You don't have committee of friends that can do this without a Gofundme or crowdfunding and so many things. So when you're someone that you talk too much, a lot is being expected from you. And when you don't deliver, people will come massively for you in attack. Because when you were talking, you've already built up this idea in the minds of these people that see your tweets and your messages every morning. They wake up like, oh man, this guy has it all figured out. This guy has done it all. He has so many investments. He's done this, he's done this, he's done that. They've already placed you on that high. Yeah, it's a light. Yes. Yes. They've already placed you high up there, right? So when you no longer deliver, people are like, oh my goodness, you disappoint me. I expected more from you. So I think that's what is happening to Solomon Buchi at this point. So don't even get scared because of that and say, if Solomon Buchi can actually deactivate his account, then I will not be able to handle this. This might happen, and maybe nobody will even say anything negative. Or the people that will say negative stuff will be actually fewer than people that are sending you positive messages and encouraging messages and beautiful messages. And you will be shocked. You will.
Writer, is a public speaker, so this guy is you can't shame the shameless, basically. But look at him, they activating his account because of tons and tons of stories behind it. Oh, so you don't have money. Oh, you are disgracing your wife to be. Why will you set up Gofundme to get married? Oh, you are not man enough. You are this. A lot. Look at. I was reading a lot of things. People just had a lot of things to say, and it just dawned. I just reflected back to things I've heard in the past few years of my life. People setting up Gofundme and what people said behind, and the live stream I did. What people said. A lot of people called me. I thought I was actually setting up a GoFundMe. I was like, Uche, oh, go ahead, we're behind. I said, oh, you are not behind me, because when they start trolling me on social media, because you know why? And it's same women. The truth is even women that will troll me, it's even women that will set up their ring light and talk about my GoFundMe on YouTube. I'm telling you the truth. Men would not even, does men even have time for gossip?
Okay, so let's pause it here. Sorry, I was going to stop it since and talk, but my little one just keeps distracting me. Anyway, so like I said, it just explained it. Like she said, she read a whole lot of tweets and what people were saying concerning Solomon Buchi. Oh, you cannot even sponsor, you cannot. It all boils down to when you talk too much. When you talk too much, when you start sounding braggadocious about stuffs, and then things happen, and you are not able to handle stuff that these people, that because they've heard all this bragging stuff and some of these things that you're saying that are not even realistic, They're expecting more from you, and now it's your own turn, and you're not delivering. They are disappointed. And because they are disappointed, they feel like the only way to let you know is by bashing you and giving you back those words, because you're super active, always writing, always tweeting. So now it's their turn to tweet back, and they're like, wow, I expected more from you. You told us not to do this. You told us not to do that. Not to go about this way. Not to. How is it that something as easy or something as simple as this you cannot handle by yourself? Okay, if you're the same person that's advising men not to marry broke women and this one and that one, so many other tweets so many things he's talked about. How is it that you at this point don't even have enough money to sponsor your own wedding? Now, I'm not saying it's a big deal. For an average person or for a normal person, let's use the word, a normal person that is not a motivational speaker, can actually come out and do a GoFundMe for the person's wedding. And people will not drag the person the way they are dragging Solomon Buchi. I don't know if you get my point. Because this person has never presented themselves to be something that they are not. The person has never presented themselves to be high up there, I know it all, and I'm going to talk all the time. And sometimes I'm going to talk out of point. They've never presented themselves to be that. So people are not expecting anything or expecting too much from them. So when they come out and start begging for money online or asking for money or doing GoFundMe or Crowdfundme, people are like, okay, let's help this person. Maybe the person doesn't really have, because he or she has never presented themselves that way. But Solomon Buchi has already created created an image in the minds of those people that follow him. And the least thing they expected is for him to go do GoFundMe for his wedding. And people also least expected him to say that the woman he wants to marry, his fiancée, is not the most beautiful in the world, but he loves her like that. That's why people picked on that tweet. Although she says she understands that people are trying to project their insecurity and whatnot on her. That's not what it is. It's just that the guy is acting as if he's too smart and he wants to see himself that he's another William Shakespeare. He's another Wole Soyinka. He's another... all this literature people, so he wants to see himself as one of the wisest. So I know how to write a good poem, this, but it backfired. That's why I said when you talk too much, you don't put so much thinking into what you're doing and you're overdoing. So that was what happened to Solomon Buchi. So don't even compare Solomon Buchi's case to your case, because Uche Wenzi, you have never, from your videos I watch, is what I'm analyzing from. You've never presented yourself to be this person that knows it all. You've never presented yourself to be this person that is super wealthy, this person that is extremely rich, this person that can afford anything. I can go on private jet, I can go on trips to all around the world, I can do this, I can do all. You've never presented yourself that way to your subscribers, to your followers, to anybody following you online. So I don't think anybody has that impression at the back of their mind that Uche Weze has too much money that she can do anything. So when she will create a GoFundMe page, people will like, what the heck is she doing? Right? So it's not comparable. It's not comparable. And you also said something else, that the worst part of it, that it's going to be women that are going to be bashing. It's going to be women that are going to be gossiping. That what are you? That men don't even gossip. Uche, you're wrong. Men do gossip, and they gossip a whole lot. When you meet a man that can gossip, they gossip even more than women. Okay, men talk, but they talk differently, and the way the stories goes and so on and so forth, and the whole cat and rat fighting is mostly among women. After they talk, the gossip, it backfires. But when men gossip, they gossip and they keep it between themselves and they keep it low, and it seems like they don't. But trust me, men gossip a lot. Okay, I just wanted to point that out. So I think we're almost getting to the end. So let's keep listening. It's actually a little bit of a long video. We're 7 minutes in.
Not. It's even women, even people you really know that go behind your back to set up. Why would Uche set up GoFundMe for IVF? Is it that her husband is not man enough to provide money? Is it that all this business she's doing, she doesn't have money? Is it Immediately, when my subscribers was telling me that, the only thing that was coming to my mind is all the saga and all the pictures, all the thumbnail, all the title, all the everything I'm going to see my face on YouTube. So I said, some of my subscribers reached out to me and they were asking me, if you really want to do this and you really need help for this, I said, my child will not turn to you to pick it. Because people, and the worst thing about this kind of thing is that people will never forget. They'll say, oh, that girl, my name will automatically change from which I went to that girl that set up Gofundme, that wanted IVF, that set up Gofundme for IVF. It's not funny, I'm laughing because I just wanted to make you guys laugh in this video. But at the same time, you guys think about it. There's absolutely nothing wrong setting up. If America...
Yes, Uche Wenzi, you have a point saying that some persons are going to tag the baby as the GoFundMe baby. Some people are going to change your name from Uche Wenzi to the lady that set up GoFundMe to have the baby. People will see you out in the market or in the street and they're going to say, is that the GoFundMe baby? These, you know that these are going to come from people that are not intelligent. No intelligent person is going to see you on the street and want to ask you, is this the GoFundMe baby? Because already you know that Uche Wenzi's first child is a boy. So if the second child, then you know. So it's not even something you want to ask. Okay, and even if you want to ask someone, it's not going to be the mother of the child if you're that nosy. So it's only going to be people that are not intelligent. So I don't even think that should bother you. Okay, so don't even bother yourself. So don't even bother yourself about it. If you want to do it, go ahead and do it, okay? You do have a point, but at the end of the day, one has to have a thick skin. And when you really want something, you have to go for it, okay? You have to just buckle yourself up, prepare yourself, your mind, mentally, physically, spiritually, and everything, and just go for it. And shun what people are going to say, because people are always saying something, right? So they will always talk. So always remember that.
If other countries from other continents can set up GoFundMe comfortably for as little as iPhone, as little as buying a house, renting an apartment, changing their laptops, buying clothes, people set up GoFundMe.
Uche, you really stressed on this video. You really stressed on this video about if Americans can do it, if Americans do anything they want. Nobody watches anybody. Nobody is checking anybody. No culture, no tradition, no nothing. So nobody bothers. Nobody, you want to walk naked on the street, do it. But can you do the same in your country? No. Okay, so some countries have their culture and traditions and they still respect and abide by these things. And some other countries don't. They don't care. They're all from different parts of Europe. Bunch of people that left from different parts of Europe and gathered in a particular place, named it the US, America, and then now, so they are different people, and because the different European countries have different cultures and different tradition. Thank you very much, Oyoyo's World, for joining. Thank you. So the different parts of this in Europe, they have different cultures and different traditions. So of course, them coming all together and gathering and calling themselves America, they don't have one culture, one tradition, or something they hold on to. So, of course, yours is going to be different in that sense. And even if, as a reasonable person, when you look at it, somebody is sponsoring for an iPhone or just frivolity for a trip and all of that, doesn't necessarily make sense. I don't think if we can find the owners of GoFundMe, or if we do a research and ask the question, why did they create or make something as Crowdfundme or GoFundMe? What was the idea behind it? Nobody is ever going to tell you that it was because they wanted people to be able to buy an iPhone, go for expensive trip. I believe it was for important stuff, health stuff. Some people might not have health insurance. Some people might not have enough money for stuff. Flood, flood can come one day, sweep out your home, everything with it. You lost everything. People need to contribute. Sometimes it could be cash. Sometimes it could be property-wise, okay? It could be Samsung could decide, okay, Samsung around your area could be shop. They could decide, okay, let's give this person a TV. The other one said, let's give a fridge. The other one said, let's give a bed. The other one, let's give a table. These are what people are donating towards making your life comfortable for the tragic stuff that happened to you. If it's health-wise, they contribute so you'll be able to go for that surgery that you need so you can live longer. So I believe GoFundMe and CrowdfundMe was made for reasons like this. So IVF in my own opinion, fall in line in one of those important stuffs that people can contribute for and feel proud that they were able to be part of someone's happiness, okay? All right, because we all know that IVF is expensive. It's not something that is cheap. If it's cheap, people will not ask or ask for public fund or ask people to help, ask the public to help them. You get. So it is always in line. I'm going to read the comments in a bit, okay? I see you, Yo-Yo. Thank you so very much for joining. Let me play the last part of this.
Gofundme, and there's fans, there's subscribe people that really love them, show support. There's absolutely wrong in setting up Gofundme, absolutely wrong in telling your family members, your subscribers, your supporters, your lovers, your darlings that you need help in this area of your life. By the way, I'm not ready. I'm not doing. I'm not setting up any GoFundMe for now regards IVF. Of course, God is able to make all grace abound. I'm trusting God for a miracle. No matter how expensive IVF is, if it's the last buster for us, if it's what God is directing us to do, to go for, of course, you will hear the story on YouTube, of course, when I'm ready to do it and when I'm on the process or when I'm done with the process, I'll come on here on YouTube and I'll also explain to you guys and what we've done and what God has led myself and my husband to do. Yeah, so the whole crowdfunding thing, GoFundMe thing, just got me thinking, and with a lot of experience I've had, and the people, the naysayers, some people talking behind, women should stop this nonsense, please, especially on YouTube. Learn to give people a break. When they decide to do something, for crying out loud, someone that's married with her husband, they decided to come out to seek help for this in this particular area of their life. You guys should please give them a break. If they don't see, nobody enjoys begging. No, nobody enjoys begging. Nobody likes begging. Me, I'd rather be selling akara than come to seek for help. I'd rather be, what is it? I'm shameless when it comes to business. I'd rather do that than come to ask for people for help. So nobody, what am I trying to say? No family woman that's living with her husband and stuff like that enjoys coming out to beg or seek for help when it comes to some areas of their life, which of course their husband is supposed to provide or family member is supposed to provide, and they're bringing up on social media to tell their fans to provide for them.
Okay, so at this point, Uche is just rounding up and all of that. But one thing I have to say to Uche Weze is you have to understand that in this life, people will always talk. So if your mind is so much made up that you want to do this, then looking to try to please the YouTubers that are going to maybe, the YouTubers that are maybe going to say one thing or the other, it's not necessary, okay? It's not necessary at all. You're welcome, Oyoyo. Thank you very much for joining us. Says, I'll host my daughter heard. She said they are all from Britain. Who is from Britain? Who? Americans are not, they're not all from Britain. Americans are they're from different parts of Europe. They're not all from Britain. The language they took from the British, but the Americans are not all from from Britain. I never heard about GoFundMe about iPhone. Oh, yeah, people do things, okay? People do things. People do things. Like I know that I was watching that there was one. I think they were also YouTubers also, and they were telling their subscribers or people to fund their trips for them to travel. I think they were also American YouTubers. They were telling people to fund their trips to go to, for them to travel to Europe, different parts of Europe, so they can film travel vlogs and stuff like that. And I'm just thinking, if you don't have the money, if people want to give you because they've been watching your content and they love it, it's different. But you kind of telling people, go fund me so I can travel I can go for holiday, that's not reasonable at all. And I don't think that's the reason why they created GoFundMe. Okay. Okay. So there's something that, like I said, there is a video. There's a comment on that listen, which, like I said earlier in the beginning of the stream, which is from a comment that I read a lot of the comments in her comment section, and one that I found interesting was the one from either Yo-Yo's World or Yo-Yo Ndoki's Kitchen. Like I said, it's same person. I wish she had pinned that comment, but I don't know, she didn't. But I think Oyoyo made a lot of sense there. I'm trying to scroll down to see if it's Oyoyo's World or Oyoyo Ndoki that commented that. Okay, but same person. All right, so let's read the comment under Uchewezi's video that Oyoyo dropped. Oyoyo said, there might not be anything wrong with setting up a GoFundMe for IVF, and this decision is absolutely what you and your husband should decide. I will advise you don't use American as an example. You nailed it. And this is not because of, it's no shade, okay? It's just the fact that they are everywhere and they do things totally different from every other person in the world and they don't really care. They don't give a hoot about anything. Meanwhile, other people still respect their tradition and their culture, so they kind of hold back on doing certain things. But the Americans, they don't, and they don't even care how you're going to think, what you're going to feel about what they want to do. If they feel like doing it, they're going to go ahead and do it. So using them as an example, and she mentioned them so many times on this video, and I was like, Oche, nah. Those are not good examples. Like, it's not a shade, it's not anything, but it's just fact. Okay, so don't use Americans as example. They don't have culture, and it's a nobody's business country, meaning they don't care even if one wears only underwear to the store. But Nigerians, and in fact, Igbos, have culture. If your heart tells you to go for it, if your heart tells you to go for it, then go for it. But if there's any reservation in your heart that holds you back, think it through. That's a fantastic point. Our people are the type that will see you in the market in the future with a child. They will ask you this, is this the child we donated money for? This is true. But from in my own opinion about this, because she also said something along this line that people are gonna change her name from Uchenwezi to the lady they did go for, and the child's name is gonna change. I feel like it's only people that are not wise. It's only the people that are not smart that will ask such questions. And if you really want to do it, you really want it, then don't even give a hoot about that, because you don't even know where you're going to be in the future. You might be in today she's in Port Harcourt. Today she's in Port Harcourt. Tomorrow she might not be. What happened? Where was I? Let me finish your comment. Okay, so let me, please don't put it in your mouth. As for YouTubers, oh God, my little one won't even allow me read this. As for YouTube trolls, that doesn't really count. Okay, you're gonna ruin it. Stop. Go and sit down. Sit. Okay, so as for YouTube trolls, that doesn't really count. Highest 1 week, another story will come up. But the village people, the neighbors, even people in the church are the ones I'm more concerned about. My opinion. Wish you the best. Now, this was a fantastic, like Oyoyo took her time and, replied this comment, and I really love that. Shout out to you, Oyoyo's World. That was a good one you dropped on Uchewezi's channel, and I hope she reads it and understand it. At the end of the day, YouTube trolls shouldn't be there, because she said it in her video that is like the main reason why she will never create a GoFundMe and why she has not done it. So it seemed like her mind is already made up. She would love to do it. And she would love to ask for help from her subscribers, people that love her and care about her. But just because of the YouTube trolls, she doesn't want to do it. But my question to Uche, and if she will see this video, is, are people not trolling you already? Are you not getting secret emails, private emails, or dragging you on YouTube already? Give me a second, guys. When you have a little one, it's what it is. I'm so sorry. We're going to make it someday on this YouTube. we're going to make it. With all the stress, we're going to make it. All right, so like I was saying, are people not dragging you already on YouTube? Are people not saying things? If you're a content creator, in fact, the moment you decide to be a content creator, you have to make up your mind. It doesn't matter if it's on YouTube, if it's on Facebook or anywhere. You have to make up your mind knowing fully well that people are going to talk about you. People are going to analyze and dissect every move you make on the platform because they are seeing it. So always remember that. So just go ahead and do what you have to do. I apologize for the noise. The original people who migrated here were all from Britain when they were looking for new land to claim. I don't think so. Oh, I don't think so. They were not, or they were not all from Britain. Because if they were from Britain, they wouldn't even bother changing their in all of that. They were from different parts of Europe. Because remember, they had the Vikings, the Vikings, right? Those pirates and all that, which is like people from all the way from Norway and all those parts. So they were all from different parts of Europe. Maybe they had lots of the British people, but they were from different parts of Europe. They were not all British, because if they were all British, then they would have been just continued with their British English and not changing it and trying to make it different, make it something that all of them will be able to understand. Just as Europe, they don't speak. Like, you cannot go to places like France, Greece, and they don't speak English at all. They speak their language and that's it. If you don't hear them, that's your business. So because they were from different parts, hence they were looking for common ground. But anyway, that's a different topic that needs to do a deep dive. But if you really go through the deep history, they were all from different parts. They were not all from Britain, because the pirates were not necessarily British people. They were more of what are they called? Is it Northern Europe and what not? Let's see. The Britons were taxing the settlers and living in America. So the settlers living in America decided they wanted to make their own country. That's why the Revolutionary War started. Oh, this their European stuff. It is complicated. I'm telling you, it is complicated. American history and everything is extremely complicated, because I know some of the early people that also got there were also the Greeks, because they also had a whole lot of travelers also. And that's why if you notice some of the American names, some of the names of some of the states are actually Greek names, as in Greek words, but a lot of people don't don't know. So they were not all from Britain, because if they were, why do they name all their states, and they have names from different stuffs and that connects to, anyways, that's going to be a topic for a different day. It's 1 hour in already. Thank you so very much for joining me. Oyoyo, thank you. God bless you. Thank you. We're here to analyze Uche Wenzi's video. We did the analysis on Uche Wenzi's video. We have one more. If I have the time, I'll be able to jump in. I have my little one stressing me out here, so it's a whole noise on the listen. So let's see how it goes, okay? And if you are watching this, if you're watching this up to this extent, thank you so very much. Oh, it's Oyoyo's daughter that is watching. Oh, really? Really? Oh, I see. I understand why. I understand. Don't worry. As you go and you're studying more, you learn more about the American history and whatnot. It is massive. It is a huge one. So, and it's complicated. Like it's all over the places. So don't worry. As you get older, by the time you get to university, you do a deep dive. Maybe you start your own research also, right? I understand when you said it's yes, Zoyoyo's daughter. I understand. I thought it was your mom that was. Yeah, I know she said her daughter made the point, but I thought she was the one engaging in the conversation. I'm glad you really love history and all of that. It's a nice one. It's good to talk about history and dive in into stuffs and so on and so forth. It's great. Thumbs up to you. Thumbs up. Much love. It's nice. It's really good to know history of your own country, other countries, and it's good to be vast in studying. So I'm really happy. Thumbs up to your mom and dad. I'm going to hail her when I see her later off YouTube. Your mom. All right. So thank you all so very much. Thank you. Thank you. This is me signing out. We have another show if we have the time, another reaction video. But yeah, 1 hour. That's it. I don't want it to be too long. So people that are watching the replay will be able to come on in and watch. Okay. So yes. Thank you. God bless you, Yo-Yo. God bless you, Yo-Yo's daughter. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thank you so much.